Hello and welcome to Lockdown. Today is the big 80 days of doing these videos. Unbelievable. I really hope and pray that God speaks to you and encourages you. Today, how do we get right with God? Often people will say, I'm a good person, and hopefully God will forgive me. I've tried to live a good life. I try to be kind to other people, loving to other people. Does that mean that God will forgive me, God will accept me, I'll get into heaven? Basically, they think that by obeying certain rules and regulations, they've got enough on their tick list, they'll have enough in their credit file to God that the good will outweigh the bad in their life. But the Bible in Romans chapter 3 says this, verse 29, no one. Unfortunately, that includes you and me. No one includes every human being on this planet who's ever lived. We can never be made right with God by simply doing what His law commands. So God's law commands things like love God with all your heart, love your neighbour as yourself, that you should honour your father and mother, that you shouldn't lie, you shouldn't cheat, all those kind of things. You cannot be made right with God. No one can. Actually, all that does is show you how sinful you are. It shows you how messed up you are. So when God says, don't lie, actually that doesn't make you get to heaven because you've never lied. All it does is make you realise what a mess you are. And if you're truly honest and pause and think about your whole life, how many times you've told a lie? A big dirty lie or a little white lie, doesn't matter. They're all lies, they're all not true. How many times you've done that? You realise you're absolutely stuffed. You realise those good things can never be enough to wipe away the bads to get you to heaven. No matter how good you are, you've still got this stack of filthy, dirty, rotten things you've done in your life that are not God's standard. Which is why it says in verse 22, we are made right with God. Thank goodness there is a way to be made right with God. We're not left in the lurch, stuffed, dirty and rotten. There is a way to be made right with God. That is by placing our faith in Jesus Christ. This is true for everyone who believes, no matter who you are. So you may never have heard of Jesus before. If you're watching this video and you place your faith in Jesus to forgive you, you give all your mess to Him, that He took it on the cross, and in exchange He's given you forgiveness, that He's alive and His Spirit lives in you, you're forgiven. You're made right with God. You can be someone who lives in a remote part of the world in absolute poverty, or you can be someone in a capital city living in lavish luxury. It doesn't matter. The only way we are made right with God is through a relationship with Jesus, through faith in Jesus. Today, put your faith in Jesus. Everyone has faith in something. Some people put their faith in evolution. Some people put their faith in a gamble that there is no God, that they'll be okay when the world ends, and maybe they'll stand before God, maybe they won't. Other people put their faith in being a goody two-shoes, that if I'm a good person it will get me to heaven. What nonsense. The only way we can be right with God is by putting our faith in Jesus. My prayer for us today is that we would be people who put that into action. If you've never ever done that, please do it today and send me a message to let me know, and I'll be praying for you. I'll encourage you. I'll point you to some other resources we have at our charity Make Jesus Known that can help you to grow and follow Jesus. Let's be people who are loud and proud about Jesus, because He's the only hope for the world. Please like, comment, share this message, and I'll see you tomorrow.